So here's a video we did about turning stirrups on an old saddle I bought, and the audio for some reason didn't work, so I'm talking about it. What I did is I'm showing here that the stirrups hung straight, and I want them to hang at an angle like that. And so I soaked this saddle, just rigged it up on a couple of bricks with a couple of 5-gallon buckets of water, and soaked those stirrup leathers for a couple of days until they were good and wet. And then all I'm doing is just turning that leather. You see it's perfectly straight there. So you can do this with leather, you can do it with baler twine, you can do it with what I happen to have around. I prefer to use saddle string or something because it looks better, but what I happen to have around is some parachute cord. So I just made a little noose. And go ahead and squeeze that leather together so it turns those stirrups. It's really simple. But you gotta dang sure get it tight. And you just do this when they're wet. And then you let them dry like that. And then even if you have to use something ugly like paracord, after a week or two when it's darn sure dried and that leather's taking the memory of that shape, then you can cut it off and it'll stay forever. And then I'm just tying some kind of a little Chinese Boy Scout knot into this. The knot's really not that important. Put the stirrup back on. Pick everything back up. And that stirrup's turned. Everything's wet and swollen, so it looks a little funky right now. But the whole point is to just put a kink in that stirrup leather, and it turns it to where it hangs correctly. And then it's not putting a big kink on your knee when you're riding. And to me, the other stirrup's the more important one, is so that stirrup's hang correctly. So when your butt hits the saddle, that foot goes right. Your right foot goes directly into the stirrup. This is funny watching this because we've been in Texas for a little over a month now. We did this video maybe the week before we moved to Texas, and I'm wearing a sweater and a coat in Nevada. We got to Texas, it was 90 degrees. It actually snowed like a foot a couple days after we left Nevada. So there it is, like I said, real simple. You just noose it, cinch it down, make a turn. I'm sure in the original audio I was sprinkling all kinds of pieces of wonderful wisdom around. But I can't even remember what day it is, so darn sure can't remember what I said. And the original saddle maker, he probably had done this. This is an old saddle that's been put away that I bought. The original saddle maker had probably done this. A good handmade saddle will come with the stirrups already turned like that. But there you go. They're turned. That's the way I want them. Don't want them to lay flat. I want them turned like that. And here I am discussing the better parts of grazing in Turkmenistan or some damn thing. Who knows what I'm talking about? But what I'll do with this saddle after this is run a broomstick through those stirrup leathers and then let it dry. Aha! Am I going to actually get a broomstick? I am. So yeah, to let it dry so it dries true and it over exaggerates it. But I'll just run that broomstick through there. Let it set till it's dry. Day or two it'll be dry. We're good to go. I don't have those stirrup leathers adjusted the same length, which isn't gonna hurt anything.
Much so to the Patreon crew, you guys are the reason we're able to do this and do the extra things and really do all the YouTube videos too. We wouldn't be able to make it work without you guys. So thank you so much.